Hi everyone, I'm Jock.
And I'm Modernist.
And welcome back to our YouTube channel where we stand firm on biblical truth and have a passion for sharing the gospel.
So today we will be reacting to a clip from Duplantis. Now for those of you who don't know who he is, he's a very famous prosperity gospel preacher. He has 3 private jets and according to him, he has the biggest house in Louisiana.
I live in the biggest house in the state of Louisiana. I have the biggest house of any preacher in America. I don't mean that arrogantly or pridefully. You like going with the wind? My house. Oh, I paid cash for the home. Well, it's 40,000 square foot.
So the clip that we'll be reacting to today is both funny and sad at the same time, and in a moment you'll see why I say this. Let's take a look.
Let me give you a prime example why I don't care what people think about me, about what I have. Now, look at me. Look at me.
I'm looking at you. Jock, are you looking?
Sure am.
I am a very blessed man. Me and Kathy are very blessed. I'm spiritually, physically, and financially. I've had more people criticize me over that jet. They still can't get over it. Criticize me over my house. They didn't pay for it. I paid for it. Do you understand what I say? All these different things. But let me tell you why that's water on a duck's back to me. And I'm going to give you a scripture. And it's Psalms 49, verse 16. Be not thou afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house is increased.
So he misquotes this passage completely, because if you read what the psalm fully says, you'll see that it talks about a stupid or foolish man. That is what it literally says. Some translations even translate it as being a wicked man.
So to understand the context, let's look at Psalm 49 verses 16 through to 20. This is what it says. Be not afraid when a man becomes rich, when the glory of his house increases. So that is the verse that he quoted, but let's continue reading to see what this really means. For when he dies, he will carry nothing away. His glory will not go down after him. For though, while he lives, he counts himself blessed. And though you get praise when you do well for yourself, his soul will go to the generations of his fathers, who will never again see light. Man in his pomp, yet without understanding, is like the beasts that perish.
And what the funniest part of this video actually is when his wife realizes his mistake. Let's take a look.
Read that and pull that up in the Amplified. Verse 16 of Psalms chapter 49, if you can do that. Let me read it while she's getting it. Be not thou afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house is increased. Read that.
Well, it's Amplified says it, be not afraid when an ungodly one is made rich.
That's true.
When the wealth and glory of his house are increased, and goes on, for when he dies, he will carry nothing away.
Yeah, I
his
understand.
glory will not descend after
See,
him.
God don't care if someone's ungodly to be rich or godly to be rich. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever at all. You see what I'm saying?
It's very funny to see his wife's reaction to the passage when she realized that this is actually talking about ungodly and wicked people. And what's even funnier is him having that realization and him having to switch his entire message to now saying that instead of just the godly becoming rich, it's also the ungodly that becomes rich.
And this just shows that if you read the Bible in its full context, you will see that the prosperity gospel falls flat. He used this verse out of context, and then suddenly he realizes the context, and then he preaches a correct message that sometimes the wicked become rich, sometimes the godly becomes rich. But either way, we should not be caught up in that, because as Christians, we should only focus on how can we steward that which God has given us.
It's funny how his message went from a prosperity gospel message saying that if you are holy, you will be blessed, to now saying that even the ungodly become blessed. So basically everyone can become blessed, and we shouldn't look at the riches of this world and be caught up in it, because we don't take it anywhere with us after we die.
So what can we take away from this video? Firstly, what we can take away is that Jesse Duplantis is not someone that you should be listening to.
The second thing we can take away is he quotes scripture in a way that would benefit him and sadly lead people astray, and to only get people to donate to his ministry since he is so godly.
And then the last thing that we can take away from this video is that according to himself, Jesse is a foolish and wicked man. And you can just read the Bible in its context, the passage that he quoted, to see this. So thank you so much everyone for watching this video. We really appreciate it. Please click the like button and please subscribe so that you don't miss a single upload. And thank you so very much to each and every one of you who is donating to our ministry. You are the reason why we can make these videos today. If you want to donate, you will see that there is a link in the description box where you can either click to support children in need through helping them provide meals, or you can also support a cause where we are providing Bibles and resources to the persecuted church. So you will see those options there in the link, and 50% of all donations will be going to those missions, and the other 50% will be going to helping to support this ministry.
God bless.